Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going on a hunt for life-saving medicines. And our main tool for this quest, you guessed it, artificial intelligence.
So let's just start with the central question, the one that keeps researchers up at night, because the scale of this problem, well, it's honestly hard to wrap your head around. To really get why AI is such a game changer here, you first have to understand the problem it's trying to solve. And calling it a needle in a haystack, that doesn't even begin to cover it.
Okay, get ready for this number. Scientists estimate there are more than 10 to the power of 60 possible drug-like molecules out there. I mean, just try to picture that. It's a number so big, it's more than all the atoms in our entire solar system. Searching that manually, it's not just impractical, it's literally impossible. And that is why it can take more than a decade and billions of dollars just to get one new drug approved.
So what are we actually looking for? Well, at its most basic level, drug discovery is like finding the perfect, one-of-a-kind key for a very specific lock. The lock is a protein in our body that's gone rogue and is causing a disease. The key is the drug molecule. And our job is to find the one key out of that universe of possibilities that fits the lock perfectly and, turns the disease off.
So, how in the world do you even begin to search a haystack that big? Well, the first really brilliant idea was to stop looking and start reading, to teach an AI the actual language of chemistry.
Now, this string of letters and symbols might just look like complete gibberish to you and me, but for an AI, it's a sentence. It's a representation called a smile string, and it basically works like a unique barcode for a molecule. It's a way to take a super complex 3D object and describe it in a simple line of text that a computer can understand.
And here's where it gets really cool. Once the AI can read these barcodes, it can analyze millions, even billions of them, and start to make predictions. Really important predictions. Is this molecule likely to be toxic? Will it dissolve in our blood? And the big one, how strongly will it actually bind to the protein we're targeting? And it can do all of this virtually, before anyone has to spend a dime making the molecule in a real lab.
But okay, that's just the start. Reading the recipe for a molecule is one thing. What if we could actually teach the AI to see the final product in 3D?
Let's think about the difference here. The text-based approach, that's all about speed. It lets you screen an enormous number of molecules really, really fast. But the 3D approach is all about precision. It's not just predicting properties anymore. It's simulating the actual physics of the key sliding into the lock. It's asking a much deeper question. Does it really fit? And to do that, you need some seriously sophisticated tools. Now, don't worry about the acronyms, you definitely don't need to memorize them, but the core idea is pretty amazing. Models like graph neural networks, for example, look at a molecule kind of like a social network. They don't just see the individual atoms, they map out all the connections between them, the relationships, the forces. It creates this incredibly rich three-dimensional picture.
But this super powerful 3D approach slams right into a huge real-world problem. Because if you want to see if the key fits the lock, well, you need a really clear, high-resolution picture of the lock. And that's where things get tricky.
And here it is, the problem in a nutshell. Getting those perfect, crystal-clear 3D models of proteins, it's just incredibly hard. It's slow, it's expensive, and for most of the diseases we want to cure, those structures just don't exist. We're effectively trying to design a key for a lock that we've only ever seen as a blurry photograph.
So, what do scientists do? Well, they have a workaround. They use computer programs to basically simulate how the key might fit into the lock. It's a process called docking. But, and this is a really big but, these simulations are often just educated guesses, and a lot of them are wrong. This creates what's called noisy data, which can completely poison the well and teach the AI all the wrong things, actually making it worse at its job. But of course, researchers don't just give up. The solution isn't to wait around for perfect data that might never come. No, the solution is to build a smarter AI drug hunter, one that's designed to thrive in this messy, imperfect, noisy world. And the solutions they've come up with are just incredibly clever. Some are building hybrid models that combine the raw speed of text scanning with the precision of 3D vision. Others are actually training a second AI to be a quality inspector, whose only job is to spot the bad simulations and throw them out. And some of the most advanced AIs are called invariant networks, which are specifically built to find the true signal even when it's buried in a mountain of noise. And that's what's really pushing this field forward. The big breakthrough isn't just about making AI faster. It's about building an AI that can handle the messy, incomplete, real-world data that science always throws at us. Because if you can find the perfect key even when you only have a blurry picture of the lock, Well, just imagine what that means for the future of medicine.